power on the Ezreal and whatever support he will be paired against, because so far for G2 Blacklist, they still have the opening to pick the Senate. Okay, taking away the Ornn takes away a huge playmaking potential right now for Keepes Gaming, but instead, Galio still open. As we were talking about, we've seen both Galio and Ezreal when they're in the bot side of the map, they're able to take control at level 1 immediately. It's gonna be a hard save for Ascena Gragas to contest that.
Ooh, Nautilus being picked up can be a flex pick as well. Now this is going to be a little complicated this time for G2 Blacklist, because this Aatrox, Camille, and Nautilus can go in the jungle. We haven't seen either though being picked up by Daton as a jungle champion, but regardless, it can be flexed out still and has to be considered here by G2 Blacklist. They take the Varus, while the combo, the OG combo back in season 1 with the Gragas and Lucian of Aaron is gonna be locked in.
Okay, for G2 Blacklist, they're looking more into that early to mid-game potential of these champions. Lucian is a lane bully, and whoever who will be matching up in the mid lane, he will have that range advantage, unless it's gonna be the Vladimir here. Might just be the Vladimir pick, but no, actually, as you mentioned, right, Nautilus could be flex. Seems like it's gonna be in the hands of the Taunt.
Will this be Camille in the mid lane or Anran using the Aatrox? That's the only thing that can change up the situation right now. I think Camille's going to be a better option into the mid lane. That's going to be made here as well. They keep us gaming because Aatrox can struggle a bit against the Lucian matchup. Top lane, it's going to be much better as well for KG and Ime. It's a bit more standard and stable as well. But great ganking ability. Camille, Nautilus, level 5. There's no escape for Aaron.
Yeah, no escape for Aaron. No escape for Golden Kite. It's such a tricky position right now for G2 Blacklist. I feel like they pigeonholed themselves with that Lucian and Varus pick. With the Vladimir still open, they could have picked that in the mid lane instead, in the hands of Aaron. At least having a champion that has the pool to be able to dodge out some of these hard crowd control abilities for the side of KBG. But instead, they have two marksmen, squishy marksmen at that even though some of these champions from KBG don't deal huge amounts of damage, but the Ton, we are thinking that it's gonna be an AP Nautilus, so that's still gonna be a lot of damage coming out from that jungler.
And almost every single champion that KBG has in their composition right now has crowd control.
Yes.
That's the scary part. So much space can be provided by Xiaoma to be safe in the backline, be untouchable in team fights. And G2 Blacklist has to step it up a notch, especially in the early game, to maybe bully out the Taunt as well. Let's see. Invade coming in, spotting at least the ward of the Taunt that he did place outside the red camp. And just that's the start.
Yeah, actually Kane is staying a while in this mid lane right now. Starting off an Anra 9. Actually spots him out, so G2 Blacklist and actually KBG knows that KD is here right now at the Raptor camp.
Will he attempt a steal here? He has a faster wave clear. This camp clear this time.
Bot side!
First blood! Xiaoma is the one to be traded out, but better gold funneling on their side. KD though, unable to steal out the red buff, but they will continue on the invade.
That's what we're talking about in the draft. The strength of an Ezreal in the early game is currently unmatched right now in the bot side of the map. The amount of mystic shots that you can throw, Yuyu though might be caught out here.
Still continuing with the body slam. Yuyu gonna be flashing out. Draw not continuing anymore. A little bit overextended, and Xiaoma is doing a really good job poking them out. Goes in with the arc and shift. A little bit scary, but huge confidence actually by Xiaoma. Again, the auto attacks, the mystic shot continues to pummel down the dragon laners here of G2 Blacklist.
Yeah, that's a sub 3 second cooldown on the Mystic Shot. Every time you hit it, it gets refunded by a second as well. So Xiaoma just really dealing the damage right now on the bot side. Earlier we have been seeing G2 Blacklist dominate the bot side of the map, and now KBG has answered back here in Game 5. But yeah, one thing else, actually, Aaron might be in danger here.
Yeah, it's the Hex Flash by Yuyu. Unable to surprise Aaron. He's still able to walk out. Great intention by Keepes Gaming.
Yeah. I also want to just go back to the Ton though. We did see earlier G2 Blacklist invest a lot of their members into the red side jungle of KBG. The Ton was able to secure his red buff, but I believe his Krugs as well as Raptors did go to the side of G2 Blacklist, and he wasn't able to counter jungle in the bot side of G2 Blacklist. So right now, in terms of the jungle matchup, it's gonna be KD ahead in terms of gold as well as experience compared to the Ton.
And that's a great way to just punish this Nautilus pick of the Ton. That's one of the downsides of picking this champion up. It can be easily camped out and easily suppressed during the laning phase, when the farming phase. Draw though is taking too much damage here in the bottom lane. Shama doing a really good job. Exhaust gonna be coming through by Yuyu though, as a respect. That's at least a summoner spell exhausted on KBG.
Yeah, good trade for Golden Kite and Draw. They were able to at least try and even things out in the bot side, where Draw got caught out by Yuyu there for a trade. Able to put down some damage, so it wasn't just a one-sided affair in the bot side. Now though, the Ton, again, putting his sights in the mid lane. They have such a great crash potential. Aaron though.
And this is what we talked about. No escape whatsoever. It's the Ton that picks up the kill.
Yeah, I was just talking about, and KD again with the gang on bot side.
He's about pulverized. He's trying to target Shama and will be taken out as well. 1-for-1 this time. And in the long run, you as well gonna be the next target. Able to stay alive with 1 HP.
Yeah, they didn't greed for the kill on Yuyu. They saw the Ton on the ward. With KD though trying to catch out the Ton in his own jungle. Almost getting pincered right here by Anra 9 and the Ton, but Anra 9 and the Ton both don't have their ultimate, so KD is able to walk away. And just going back to the mid lane, right? We're talking about the engage potential, the catch potential from KBG. They showed us right there that even though your illusion does had so many dashes, just 2 hits of the ultimate and you can't run away. And actually,
doing well here.
Yeah, KD doing well here. There's actually the replay in the bot side dive coming in from G2 Blacklist, and a great kick right there to punish the Ezreal. Do mine as well. Ezreal didn't have mana, so he didn't have any way to get away from that fight. And Yuyu almost falling down. Unfortunately for G2 Blacklist, they weren't able to finalize that kill.
This time KD going towards the red side jungle again by the Ton. Won't spot out the red buff this time. And the Ton will be able to secure it again for the second time. G2 Blacklist unable to get anything from the map, at least for now. We do see a bit of strength this time being recovered by their bot laners.
The Varus and the Gragas are slowly able to stabilize the lane, but at the top side though, Ime has just been bullied here by KG on the Aatrox pick. But what we have seen usually from the Renekton's, even though Renekton is one of those champions we know as a staple top laner, a really strong top laner, a lot of times what we have been seeing is that he's able to stabilize the top lane most of the time against most of the enemies in the early game, and that's exactly what Ime is doing there on the top side.
I mean, the main goal here later on by Ime is to be able to land a single target first and maximize his DPS later on. At least the burst side there onto as much members of Keepless Gaming. This time it's going to be a change of pace. They are contesting for the Rift Herald. Can G2 Blacklist get a steal here? Looks like they won't get anything. Casco is going to be initiated, and Shama's going to be in the bad spot this time. We're now still going to be taken out. The Hexic Ultimatum onto the backside as they take the Pharos down. A trade of ADCs as the Dawn re-engages, catches KD. Bought is down by Draw to try and dissuade the members here of Keepless Gaming. Now it's going to be very problematic. They have to disengage. They get the Crocodile out as the Dread line comes through. Aaron gonna be suppressed a little bit here, but not enough tankability by the Dawn. It's still gonna be taken down.
Yeah, it's not enough. The durability of front line of G2 Blacklist was grinded down right there by the members of Keep Best Gaming. Now Dragon is on the table. KD is healthier by Unrun 9, but Xiaoma is back on the map.
I don't think this is gonna be a good idea for KD. Aaron as well, a little bit low in terms of HP. Hook shot gonna be used though for the disengage. Aaron! One auto attack away from being taken down. Golden Tide's gonna be flashing in through finds KD! And that's gonna be disastrous here for G2 Blacklist. 2 kills picked up! And KBG will get this dragon.
Yeah, G2 Blacklist right there. They felt a bit desperate trying to get that dragon. Herald was the target early on by KBG, and they were able to secure it with G2 Blacklist not able to contest. So the reaction from KD was to try to secure the dragon, but because of the timings that KBG had, they were able to react on time, and Xiaoma able to survive from that fight, even taking down any hopes of G2B to take the first dragon.
This time, Keepless Gaming amplifies their gold lead to 3,500 against an early game composition. This is going to be very difficult for G2 Blacklist to recover.
Yeah. So end of this replay right here. This was G2B forcing the issue against KBG. Shama almost falling down right there. If Golden Kite was able to hit the piercing arrow, he might have gotten Shama. That was a very hard target to hit at that point in time. He wasn't in the correct position when KD went in. So a lot of things that could have hinged on 50-50s if G2B was able to successfully convert on those 50-50s, they might have taken back the game. They might have gotten Dragon, but unfortunately for them, they rolled tails on the heads, and now they're farther behind.
Yeah, a little bit farther behind than they anticipated to be as well. Just because of that minor mistake. That piercing arrow could have been the save that they needed on the side of G2 Blacklist, taking Shama down again, but this time they commit onto the Aatrox, isolating him away from the tower, but still, it's not enough! He's still alive, and KG outmatches 3 members of G2 Blacklist, and the Renekton falls down in the top lane. G2 Blacklist is struggling right now, especially with the presence of the Thon helping out KG secure that kill.
On the other side of the map, KBG was able to get something for, and Yu with a 3-man knock as well to try to defend the turret.
Can they defend this turret? The answer is no, but they do overstay here in the bottom lane. At least the Chain of Corruption is going to be used. The production connects only to 1, but the Thon is traveling from top side to bottom lane just to scare them off. This time, at least baiting out the depth charge. That hurts so much though.
Yeah, they forced out the depth charge, but they got a lot of damage back on them for KD. G2 Blacklist was able to secure the bot lane first tier turret, but KBG was able to answer back, getting a turret of their own as well. So end of the replay right here. It's just this combination right now between the Camille and the Nautilus. The 2 ultimates locks down 1 target, and the damage of both the Camille and the Nautilus was enough to take down the Renekton.
Man, Anra 9, Camille and the Nautilus of the Thon just doing wonders. You can never be so sure that you will be safe. Even if you have stasis, there's still a high probability for them to still lock you down. And this time, they're getting into the mid lane. Flash even invested there by Yu just to close in the distance, but unable to catch Golden Kite.
Yeah, Golden Kite was also able to flash, to use a flash of his own, able to get away from that Alistar. Looking at the items as well as the gold right now, there's a lot of gold lead on the top side of the map for KBG. Both the Aatrox and the Nautilus right now in such a huge lead against the Renekton and the Lee Sin. Mind you, earlier on, G2 Blacklist was focusing the Taun's jungle by a lot. They stole a lot of his camps and even pushed him away. But could really see here KBG and the Taun able to take all of that back.
This time it's going to be much more pressure being felt by G2 Blacklist. The trend dictates that blue side has been the biggest winning condition of both of these teams, but it seems to be that KBG is starting to break the code here to decode G2 Blacklist and find the weakness on their side. The scaling composition with the Nautilus in the jungle with 3 flex pick champions seems to be a little bit confusing towards G2 Blacklist, and it's so far working for Keepus Gaming.
Yeah, and so far for Keepus Gaming, we're talking about the Thon, right? On how much his champ pool has been pinched by G2, but so far his Nautilus has been doing so well. Shama can cut out.
Oh! In the blink of an eye, he just popped. That's how big the burst is on the side of G2 Blacklist.
Yeah, their pick composition right now is really, really good, even this early to mitigate. And such a great timing as well. Dragon is up. They're about to force a 4v5. Unfortunately for G2 Blacklist, they have their ultimates down, so KBG may have the confidence to fight G2B here.
The cast onto Yu, still continuing with a 2-man knock-up draw. Gonna be initiated here. And the 9 looking for the position to go in. Will not find anything.
Oh,
he may continue with the flash. Immediately regrets it. Is gonna be taken down. Attack to sweep as well for the healing here off the Camille. Golden Guy cannot find the target, and KBG finds their own. The opportunity arises, and they take it without hesitation. Golden Kite is the last one to survive, but not for long.
Ime with a wild engage right there against KBG. It's gonna cost G2B the dragon as well as the ace that KBG is able to secure right here. even the bot lane second tier as well as the mid lane second tier. It's just going bad to worse right now here for G2 Blacklist, while KBG is loving it. They're getting all of the advantages from that fight. As we see the replay right here, it's a 4v5 situation. G2B might look for an engage, but the thing is, they have their cooldowns right here. A lot of the ultimates has been burned, so KBG is regrouping. It may make me thinking, hey, I might be able to burst down KG, the Aatrox, but there's still so much members of KBG. They have so much CC that as soon as you come in, your members are not going to be able to deal the damage, and G2B just got deleted off of the map after that engage from the Renekton.
The biggest illusion here is that the Ezreal is the biggest threat. However, take note, it's the illusion. The main threat is the 4 champions frontline that can self-sustain themselves and threaten, muscle out towards a team fight. And that has proved to be the case here in a 4 versus 5 team fight. They get the ace, they get the dragon, they get the 10,000 gold lead, and now they turn on to Aaron. Cass gonna be used to at least give him space to walk around. Aaron gonna be able to stay alive. Knight's taking onto Anna. Knight still is gonna be able to stay alive at this time to take the Renekton down as a trade, as a bill, and KBG continues to strive in this team fight.
And what an uneven trade. They weren't even to take Anra 9 down. They almost just took him to about 1%. And what did it cost? A Renekton for the side of G2 Blacklist. Now it's a 4v5. KBG's not even starting this brand because they want G2B to come to them. This is a trap being set up here by KBG to dare G2B to come to them.
And every time they go towards KBG, it always ends up disastrous on their side. Yu this time is just gonna be face checking the area. Andron as well joining him, providing so much space. Definitely just stating to KD that he has no way to enter the Baron pit, not even the top side river. As Thrawn this time is going to be initiated, the Tusha Parag is going to be landing the dent as Andron line closes the gap. Still continuing onto this fight, G2 Blacklist is definitely disengaging. Baron is going to be very useful for Keepless Gaming this time.
Yeah, it's going to be very useful. No members of Keepless Gaming fell down when he took that Baron, so there's going to be 5 members who have the buff, 5 members who are going to be sieging these towers, these side lanes, and they have an Aatrox that can man the side, and they have a Camille, and then the Nautilus just walking around, and then an Ezreal ended Alistar staying mid lane. It's going to be such a tough ass here for G2 Blacklist. They need to choose a target. They need to choose the lane, take them down immediately, and that might be the only way for them to successfully defend and stop the bleeding. The KBG is just on a different level at this point in the game.
They have all the leverage that they need. Slowly close out this game. They don't need to do anything anymore. Nothing too reckless on the side of Keepless Gaming. They have the better scaling composition. They have the items to work around with. They have the lead in terms of gold and the Baron as well to help push the towers down. Slowly but surely. Mid lane is going to be
KD!
turned onto Shamrock. Though it's not going to be on point this time around. As Lee Sin gets caught, KD falls down. And this time Aaron wants to join the party. Being cancelled there by draw, but still it's not going to stop them from pushing the towers down. Bottom lane with 2 cannon, Baron powered minions. They are just going to be bashing all 3 inhibitor towers at once. And G2 Blacklist are the ones to fall there. And KBG muscles through again in the fight. Goes straight into the Nexus with all the minions crashing there as well. Nexus seals are delaying the inevitable. But again, death is inevitable. And KBG this time are gonna be the one to be match point in the series.
Yeah, KBG handily takes down G2 Blacklist in Game 5 of the series. They are heading into match point when they get